every night, every night are we paradise seems so far away.
Hi and welcome to Strips TV, all things Morecambe FC, and it's Morecambe 0, Solihull Moors 2, and what was another disaster class for us, to be honest with you. A game, we had to get something out of that game today, but did we ever really look likely to get anything? No. So that first half, really, Solihull absolutely all over us there. Jamal Blackman's had to pull off some really good saves, but the attacks kept coming. It wasn't very good, to be honest, overall, but that first half in particular, we didn't have a single shot on target. And the truth is, we're in a bloody relegation scrap. We should be fighting for our lives. But those players are just going out there trotting around like it's some kind of pre-season friendly, then it just doesn't matter to them. And it has to be reflected in our manager, Ash Joel. He just isn't the man for the job. He's not motivating the players. We're not showing any sort of signs of fight to stay up. And with Sutton winning their game, I think it was at Tamworth, 1-1-0. That effectively means it's a 5-point gap between us and Aldershot, but it's actually 6 because our goal difference is absolutely atrocious. So it's a 6-point difference. As soon as we've only won 5 games all season, can anybody see us making up that 6 points in the rest of the season? Not a chance, like. So their first goal, some say it might have been offside, it might not have been, but we were playing such a high line there. I was saying to my mate there, if all it needs is one of their players to dink it over the top, and the instant I said it, that's exactly what happened. Like, so we're 1-0 down there, and it just carried on this kind of insipid performance. And again, the wide men totally ineffective in this game, disappointing. And even Aziz, he just had no effect on the game whatsoever. The midfield non-existent for most of that game. Really, the only people that come out with any credit was Popov, who I thought was excellent both as a forward and playing out wide left. Jamal Blackman in goal, he pulled off some good saves there. Conte was okay at left back. He seemed to be the only player that's improved any under Ash. I don't think it's Ash that's improved him. I just think he's improving himself, but playing football. It was absolutely shocking. But the second half, look where we are in the league. Look at the situation we're in. Look at those final games in April, and you have to say it's desperate. Times are desperate, and we have to do something. We have to up the tempo. We have to throw stuff at the opposition. We have to find a way of winning this game. Our away form's so atrocious anyway. You have to think we have to win at home games against teams like Solihull Moors, but it never happened. Again, it just never happened. Well, there was one or two spells in the game, and you could argue that we should have had a penalty late on. I thought it was a penalty. We were stood right behind it. I was amazed when the referee just booked him, the diving. It looked a penalty. And how Lewis has missed that header, I just cannot believe he's missed that header. It's an open net. Yeah, he just heads it straight at the goalkeeper and not all with another one of his infamous kind of kicks it over the bar from a few yards out. I mean, what is going on at this football club? So, are the players playing for Ash? I really don't think they are playing for the manager. I don't think those players are motivated. I don't think those players care about relegation. But this is all coming down to the manager, in my opinion. It's completely. I think he's lost the dressing room. Certainly lost the fans now. Another 2 games, if we lose the next 2 games, and God knows, Altrincham, they're half decent at home there. And Truro's the one, isn't it? That's D-Day now. The Truro home game. God help Ash if we don't win that game, but you think if we don't get anything out of those 2 games, that's as good as done. I think we're as good as done anyway with this manager, but you look at the stats there and the games in April, and you're thinking there's no way at the moment we're going to do it, and we're going to go down without a whimper. That's the worst bit for the fans. Going down without a scrap is just not acceptable, but there's no fight in that dog, and I put it all down on the manager there and the owners as well, because how they're keeping him in a job is just one of life's great mysteries. It's just not good enough. I don't think the ownership is good enough at the moment. The ownership should grow a pair and sack him. They won't do it because they don't really know anything about football. And Ash there, he just is. How can he be so unsackable like that? It's gone too far now. And I think, in the next 2 or 3 games, if we don't win a couple of those games, I think that's as good as it. But I thought, in all honesty, today was probably the last chance saloon. We had to get something out of that game today, but we didn't. And the fans were vociferous on the Halo Terrace there about Ash out, and there's talks of protests and boycotts and that, and it's only going to get worse. We're not going to suddenly go on a miraculous 3-match winning spree. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, it's another bad day at the office and another one the fans have got to take on the chin. And yeah, well, I think we're just all drained with it, really. So yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a sad one, but thanks for watching, like and subscribing, and say bye, everybody.